Hello everybody, my name is FNAF Nerd. We're going to be talking about HHN updates for Five Nights at Freddy's, Five Nights at Freddy's updates, and any Universal updates. This is also our first vlog, so let's see how well this does. For lunch today, I decided to get myself some nachos from Moe's, just to try something a little different. Alright guys, heading into Universal Studios. No holidays yet. I mean, Christmas is over, and the next holiday event, I believe, is Mardi Gras, so that's gonna be very exciting. But I want to talk about HHN for a second once we get inside the park. Now, last time I remember, the FNAF HHN stuff was here, but now it's all gone. It's Scooby-Doo, but let's check and see if they still have the merchandise still available. And it's like super cold outside, so we have to try to stay indoors as much as we can. Yeah, no FNAF merch anywhere, but that's all right, because I want to talk about what's out here. So out here is where you would wait 3 hours before the FNAF house even opened, and we would wait right here. I would wait 3 hours just to, get into the house. It was a good house. I really enjoyed it, but that's the only way you can get in without waiting like 4 hours for when the event started. And so you would wait around here. And so I want to talk about FNAF 2 HHN house. Now we're gonna get a second FNAF HHN house. Yes, we are. I mean, the first one was successful. The merchandise sold really well. I just don't know when. So it's either this year because the house was so successful, or it's gonna be next year because they want to give it a break. Give Stranger Things a try, or maybe It or Sinners. So that's some of the rumors I've heard for the houses this year. But yeah, I'm excited if they do another HHN house for FNAF because I love FNAF, and the house had a really high budget. Pretty cold for Orlando. I believe it's 50 right now. I know that doesn't sound crazy for some of you northern folks, but for Florida, it's pretty crazy. I mean, everyone's like bundled up. This was a scare zone right here. It was called the Masquerade of Death. It was a very good scare zone, and then over there by Mel's Dine-In, we had the zombies and roller skates. This year for HHN was really good. Well, it's not this year because 2025 is over, but it was last year, which is crazy to think about. We're already in 2026, but it was a very, very good year. I loved all the IPs. I loved all the scare zones. Maybe from the cat lady, I wasn't too crazy about that scare zone, but it was a lot of fun. So no FNAF stuff so far, but when FNAF was announced for HHN, the shirts were like right here. It had its own stand and everything. And so it looks like they don't have any HHN merch right now, but they used to have some available. But they actually had phone cases for HHN, so it would be the design that I have on my shirt that I wear a lot during streams. They had that as a phone case, but it was a limited time run, and it was 3D. I'm gonna see if I can find an image for that, but it looks like there's nothing here, unfortunately. So yeah, I don't know when they're gonna bring back the FNAF HHN stuff. Well, I heard that they're gonna move the HHN logo and just make the merchandise available year-round, but yeah, no Five Nights at Freddy's. Now, they used to have Five Nights at Freddy's 2 characters as plushies for these carnival games during HHN, but they don't have them anymore. They even got rid of some of the Christmas items, so right now we're just walking through Simpsons Land, and it's pretty busy today for, well, it's a holiday right now, so it's MLK Day, so it's gonna be pretty busy. Now right here, they had a lot of FNAF merch and plus the food for the HHN. So they had a lot of gummy pizzas. They had the, rock candy. And then over here, they had the Fallout section, the sugar bomb cereal, the chocolate rad roach. Some of the snacks were okay, but I think they could have been a lot better. During HHN, this restaurant was turned into the Five Nights at Freddy's experience. Obviously right now they removed the HHN food and theming, but this whole restaurant was packed to the core with people. So right now we're gonna go to the tribute store. So the tribute store this year or last year was very interesting because what they decided to do is they didn't give it its own building. They decided to merge the arcade and the Mummy's gift shop. So we're gonna go visit that arcade right now. But it was closed for like a month, and then they reopened as a tribute store. I didn't like the tribute store. I think it was pretty bad. I didn't like it. And then the problem with, having this as the arcade / tribute store was that it got very crowded really quickly. Almost impossible to walk through, especially when it was raining. Everyone would come in here. And on top of that, you got people coming from the Mummy, and then people trying to visit the store. So right now, no FNAF merch. No FNAF merch anywhere. And then this is still left from the tribute store from last year. But no Five Nights at Freddy's. I think they just got rid of it all. Just looking around. Yeah, nothing. Nothing. So during HHN, this whole area was called the Toxic 20 Scare Zone. One of my favorite scare zones to date. And then right here was the Fallout HHN food stand right here. Over there, the Wyatt 6, and over there by the Minion, there was two food stands. I believe they were both for Terrifier. But I tried some of the food from these food stands. The only thing I liked was the cheese stick. There was a cheese stick, like a foot-long cheese stick with marinara sauce. It was from the Terrifier stand. So it would be right around there. But I was, like I said earlier, I was very disappointed with the food this year. It was not high quality. I just felt like it was kind of, not lazy, but just rushed, made for like social media likes and clicks, more than actually like the taste and quality of the food. You notice, I'm wearing a FNAF hoodie from HHN. This is actually a kid's hoodie. So yes, I'm skinny enough to fit in the hoodie, but so a lot of the merch was made for kids, a lot of kids sizes. Usually they don't do that with any of the merchandise. They usually make it for adults, but this year, since they knew Five Nights at Freddy's was for kids, they made a lot of FNAF kids merchandise, which is interesting because now during the event we guys saw a lot of kids, so it brought a new audience to HHN that we've never seen before. All right, so we got some FNAF merch. It looks like it's on discount, so yeah, so I don't know if they're trying to get rid of everything, but yeah. All right, next let's go to Islands of Adventure. All right, Islands of Adventure. Now, merch-wise, when it comes to Islands of Adventure and HHN merch, there's not much. There's only one Halloween store that actually contains the HHN merch, but last time I checked, they were all sold out. So we're gonna check again, and I'll give you some updates and my opinions on FNAF being in next year's HHN or this year's HHN. Now, let's say FNAF 2 movie gets its own house. Now, how would they approach it? I would think they would do the same thing they did last year, where the FNAF will get its own restaurant. It would have a lot of merchandise, and it would be the #1 house Universal advertises. All right, we're going into the Halloween store at Islands. Now, last time I checked, the Five Nights at Freddy's stuff was not here, and it looks like it's still not here. But last time I checked, the FNAF stuff was at 30% discount, so they were trying to get rid of the inventory they had. No lanyards or anything. No, yeah, no, nothing. It's like no trace of it anywhere. Very busy here in Harry Potter. Now, I want to talk about the other houses for HHN last year. So, I really like the Fallout house. I mean, I'm a Fallout fan, which is crazy to think about because I do FNAF, but I also love Fallout. I thought it was a good house. It could have been better if it was in one of the bigger stage areas. Terrifier was really good. Smelled bad, but it was a really good house. Jason was terrifying. I mean, Jason would pop out like everywhere and like hidden corners. So Jason house was really good. WWE Wyatt 6, I was really surprised by. I didn't know it was actually gonna be really scary. It's a pretty good house. LRT stuff was amazing. Dolls was underrated. Dolls Let's Play. Hatchet and Chains was really good. I'm missing a couple of houses, but overall this year was just great. Like I said 1,000 times. The merch definitely got an upgrade compared to last year. Or not last year, but 24. I keep saying last year. I'm still thinking we're in 25, but we're in 26 now, which is crazy to think about. But also, I want to take the time to talk about my merch. We have a merch line, so if you want to go check that out, it'll always be in the link in the description. It's a little pricey, yeah, but remember, you're supporting me, and you know it's FNAF theme. You know, we got FNAF 3 hoodie that came out, so I'm excited for the future of my product line. So right now we're just gonna walk around, see if we find any FNAF merch, but I think that's pretty much it for right now. But I'm gonna double check, and then we'll go to City Walk and talk about one more thing, and then we'll end the video. So you might be wondering what's around my neck. This is a Volt Tech bag that I got during HHN. It's really cool. I know it sold out, and so they had to do another restock, but that's what I'm carrying right now. It's pretty cool. And obviously I'm wearing the FNAF hoodie, and then underneath I have another FNAF HHN shirt. I'm gonna show you. It only had one printing. It was the first FNAF HHN shirt to come out, and it never got a reprint. it never did. So when it sold out, it's sold out. So I'm gonna show you a quick video of that once we stop. As we end our day at Islands of Adventure, I want to thank all my fans who have supported me. We just got monetized, so I really thank every one of you guys. And so we're gonna make one more stop before we end this video. Unfortunately, no more FNAF merch. That's all right. And so the only place you could get it is at the Brown Derby, which is probably gonna be sold out since everything's on discount there. But yeah, no more FNAF. So I finally got some butterbeer. Right, it's a store right next to the Nintendo store. But thank you for watching. This is my first vlog. I love Universal, so I wanted to vlog a Universal video. So if you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe. Check out my merch, and I just can't believe we've gotten this far as a YouTuber. You know, it's crazy because I you know, like I said 1,000 times, I wanted to be a YouTuber, and you know, I love FNAF, so it's awesome seeing that my channel has grown so much. So thank you guys for the support as always. Please let me know if you love this vlogging type of videos, and yeah, have a great day.